And we welcome you, everyone, to the LA Coliseum. Night number 2 of us being here in Los Angeles. Beautiful LA Coliseum for these Xfinity cars. Heat number 1 here, as we will see. Ooh, my heat racing thing is all messed up. Looks like we're just going to do one heat. Yeah, so yeah, we're going to do one heat, and then it'll invert that whole field. So yeah, okay. I was going to say for a second, I'm like, I'm seeing everybody, but I realized what it said up on the HUD. Only doing this one heat, then we're going, I'm sure we'll go straight into the main feature. Since there's not that many cars here tonight, I know that there are more. Sorry, 1 second, listening to Jason. Okay, so we will have a constellation after this either way, but we will have everyone in the feature still. It's just going to be basically extra practice for everybody, but for this feature, it will be Mo Abbott, Nate Maurer, Tony Iverson, Stephen Thompson, Jason Collins, Corey Stahl, Robbie Richards, Kenny Yance, Scott Fritz. Good to see some of these original names back mixed in with the new names like Kyle Hess. Then we see Doug Nill, Zach Nichols, and Alex Huffman. Alex Huffman will not be a full-time driver in the Xfinity Series, just here tonight for the fun of it. But as we get ready to go here, not seeing Mo Abbott. Oh, I see where it says that Mo Abbott might have disconnected and reconnected. Don't know how long ago that was, but we'll see.
Yeah, it looks like we're currently waiting on Mo Abbott, but it looks like there he goes. He just popped in.
Wait, we should be have one more, right? He's showing second for me.
Yeah, he is showing second, so maybe.
I will. Now it's switching it up.
Yep, now it's switching it up. So there's going to be your starting grid. So everybody going to kind of just hold on to their best position, because this might get a little hairy here early on. If it's anything like last night, I know Jason was in the chat saying, "All right, boys, we're just gonna have to keep it green, keep it green, keep it green." So that's something to look out for. Maybe some of these drivers gonna get a little bit better underneath them. It looks like Jason getting a little slowed down there, but getting called up is that 3 machine. The pace lights are off. We should be going green this next time by.
Should be indeed. Well, again, we welcome everybody to the LA Coliseum here tonight. Round 2 of our exhibition races here tonight in the Xfinity cars. And Chris, before we hopped in, about 30-40 minutes before we hopped into this session, I was actually in the Xfinity cars driving around here just trying to get a grip of how it felt. And man, I feel sorry for these guys, because I put into my head what it's like. It's not easy to get around here. So we'll see everybody get down into corner number 1. Nate Maurer going to be your leader. Already hear some bumping and banging there in the back, but it looks like we will still roll here green. Looks like everybody is going to get off. Whoa, we got one around. That might be Robert Richards. He is going to get it back around. Stay green here.
Yeah, Robbie Richards around last season. One of last season's competitors for that championship. Jason Collins did take that win home for the championship. It looks like Kenny Iverson also around right now. That is they've got a lot of cars around that 4 machine. We see a lot of drivers really getting mixed up here. Whoa, the 86 going around right now.
Oh, Hess, yeah.
Yeah, everybody getting a little messed up here. We see everybody just kind of shifting around right now. Looks like Nate Maurer going to be in the lead. Every name is kind of messing up here. So this right now, just, like I said, this isn't the real race. This is just a consolation race. So it's just one of those things where everybody just has to kind of, get used to what their cars are going to do. Look at that, Josh, the 44. It still says the 44, but right now on track, the 36. Look at that, Josh. Zach Nichols, your Cup Series champion last season. Now in the Xfinity. Whoa, there goes the 72.
There goes Tony Iverson.
Tony Iverson around. You see there the
Alex Huffman makes some contact.
Right now, riding up over Scott Fritz. Everybody just kind of all out of sorts right now, but Nate Maurer still up in the front. But look at that, a new name, Stephen Thomas, right behind Nate Maurer. So that's interesting to see. One of the new drivers running down one of the most experienced drivers. It looks like Jason Collins around. Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Everybody
Whoa.
around. Mo Abbott come flying in there. Caution's going to come out now. Yeah, just a lot of craziness going on there. But Josh, look at that. That 23 got up in there. You saw a really big battle there between, I want to say that was not the 4 of Kenny Young. But a lot of crazy just spinning going on back here. We'll see if we can see what happened.
I want to know how that one car got in there right next to the pace car.
It looks like Jason misjudged the You're talking about right there?
Yeah,
72?
the 72. Oh, I see what happened. He was the one that spun out originally. He spun back around again.
Yeah, and then you see Tony Iverson in the 971 get up in there, but he had to brake really hard. You saw Nate Mauer braking really hard, having to get readjusted for that, for that 72 of Tony Iverson being in the, being in the line there. He had to readjust for it and missed his braking zone. We saw that really come down last night, was what happened. Braking zone was missed, and everybody just kind of, got all out of sorts. So that's what you saw, just, a lot of missed braking zones. That's what it looks like is going on. We've got the newcomer, Stephen Thomas, chasing down Nate Mauer. We see Corey Stahl moved his way up into the 3rd spot. Zach Nichols is doing what he does best, just kind of hanging out, not doing anything. It's what he did last season, pretty much the entire season, just kind of hung out around the middle, back of the pack. And then the next thing you know, he was just in the front. So let's watch for Zach Nichols, see if he does a repeat of what he did at the All-Star race here last season. Also, we'll see if Alex Huffman in that one machine has anything to say. You see, it looks like the 01 of Scott Fritz might need in front of that 12 of Robbie Richards. We'll see if, oh, there he goes. Robert Richards had to get over. 01 in to place.
Robert Richards thought he was supposed to be in the inside line.
Whoa, 23 getting a little loose.
Whoa, 44, Zach Nichols, big contact. They're going to hit it, but they're all going to keep it under control. Here comes Zach Nichols, 971, the 23. They're all going to recover. Zach Nichols to the inside now, and Nate Mauer, he's going to make the big dive into turn number 3 and 4, and out of there, they're going to come to the white flag. White flag, this race is official. Next flag will end it, as Zach Nichols will dive it here, but Stephen Thomas to the inside lane, as you're going to see him fire off, and here comes Stephen Thomas back around.
Whoa!
Oh, they're going to make contact. They're going through the wipeout. Nate Mauer. Stephen coming over the radio instantly. Man, Mauer's laughing. Oh, my goodness. You should have just heard what Stephen said. It was NSFW. Definitely can't say it on air, but man, that was so funny how fast he came over the radio.
It's right now,
like
we said, you can just treat these races as a practice, right? Or, this consolation race, it's not going to really do anything, So now we go to the real thing. Going to be 120 laps around this beautiful track built inside of a football stadium. A lot of history. I actually looked up a lot of history about this track. So this track, well, not the track, but the stadium, a lot of stuff's happened here. So it's awesome to have a racetrack right smack dab in the middle of USC.
Well, maybe they did skip the consolation. Our grid is about to pop up on our screen. Our timing is all out of sorts right now, man. I'm confused. I'm confused why it's leading him off the pack there in that solo outside lane.
Yeah, I was also muted while I was explaining that. So right now, it looks like Kyle Hess is going to be your leader. Actually, Tony Iverson going to be your leader.
Tony Iverson, Kyle Hess, Zach Nichols, then Jason Collins will be row 2 and 3rd and 4th. Then Kenny Yance, Corey Stahl in that 5th and 6th spot back there, row 3. Row 4 going to go to Mo Abbott, Robert Richards, with row 5 going to Doug Nils, Scott Fritz. Row 6, Alex Huffman, Stephen Thompson, and dead last after winning the heat race, Nate Mauer. Long race ahead. We got a lot of guys in here that have experience around each other, but we also got a lot of newer guys. We're going to see how this bells out here. And this is going to be a good race, I feel. Jason just said, let's try to put on a good show for the broadcast. That's what you like to hear. Let's see if these boys can put down a good old show and change up the mix of things and keep the rhythm a little bit different here as we go racing here at the Coliseum. The 72 of Tony Iverson, the 86 of Kyle Hess. They're going to fire off strong. That 86 makes me think of Morgan Shepherd as they're going to pull out of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway into corner number 3 and 4 for the first time tonight under feature conditions. This is your main feature. 86 of Hess, big tight out of the corner. He almost got into the wall as Jason Collins making up some good room. We hear there's a parking lot right there in turn 2 as the 4 of Kenny Yonch just going to hold the brake down and let everybody get past him. Probably smart to just not, oh, look at this. 3 wide already for the first time tonight.
Look
Zach
at
Nichols,
this.
oh my goodness. He's going to take the lead. And here comes Jason Collins firing back on the outside. They already got a show going on up there for the lead. Let's do the 77 of Doug Neal, one of those drivers coming from the Truck Series last season.
Whoa. Corey Stahl
we got a car around. That's Corey Stahl.
Caution's gonna come out.
Caution is out. Oh, we got contact.
Mo Abbott going to touch that front left quarter panel. Man, we saw a lot of drivers getting around just then, but everybody was able to keep it straight. But man, Zach Nichols just came up out of the middle of nowhere.
Typical Zach Nichols, man. Cup Series champion last season. We haven't got to see him in a little bit. It's good to see that 46 on the track, man. 44. I say 44. I mean, 36, whatever you want him to call him. Good to see Zach Nichols back out on the track, man, in Bluegrass.
We're actually going to go back and see if we can see what actually happened there with that 44. He just came up out of the middle of nowhere. I say the 44, it's actually the 36. Going to see if we can see him just rocket up there after that first turn. Good break there, good break. You see the 86 wash up. Open up the door for the 44, but the 44 going to try to dive it down. You see everybody getting loose. He's running that inside corner. So that's what you're going to watch out for. It's just, this is what we're talking about. See, he just cut it down there a lot. That opened up a lot of speed for him going down that backstretch. And then taking it 3 wide like that, Jason having to get into it, man, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was a good start from the 44 of Zach Nichols there. That Hot Wheels machine showing its pace here early, man, as he was able to force himself up through the field and get himself out in the lead. Looks like we are double filing back up. Pace lights are off. We will see them go back to racing here. Lap number 8 of 120. And so far, these guys have done a pretty excellent job. As long as we can keep the self-spins under control, and we'll see some bumpers. I'm sure we're going to see some cautions for some spins and some bumps and everything, but overall, some good hard racing is all we want. Green flag back out. Zach Nichols, 3 of Jason Collins off into turn number 1 and 2 as you see the field getting stacked back up again out of 2. It looks like everybody is going to roll away. The 77 of Doug Neal got Tony Iverson, as Iverson in that 72 machine going to be taking it to the inside of that 77 of Doug Neal. Robert Richards, one of last season's come-up drivers, man. He had a good come-up last season from his first season, but he is going to make some contact with the 72, and around goes Iverson.
Gonna ride back on board here with that 44. You see him starting to get a little bit of separation between Jason Collins, now up 13.95. Man, that's a fast lap there from Zach Nichols, doing a good job. But you see Jason Collins not letting him get too far away. We're going to go back here and look, Josh. Alex Huffman, 77 and Doug Neal now battling it out. Alex Huffman up 10 positions from the back of the field.
Yeah, Alex Huffman there in that number 1 Huffman Designs Chevy Camaro, doing an excellent job. Good to see Huffy back out on the racetrack. Like we said, not full-time in Xfinity, just here for the exhibition. We do have a caution out on track, and that looks like the 48 of Mo Abbott around.
Looks like the 48 of Mo Abbott did go around. We'll see if we can go back.
Zach Nichols just disconnected.
See if we can go back and find out. Yeah, it looks like. See what happened. The 48 did get loose coming out of the corner. You see him getting around there, but not sure what happened there. See if we can go back and see what happened to the 44. Huh. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom.
Hey, who knows? Things happen. But I know Jason Collins isn't going to hate it.
Yeah, Jason Collins not going to argue with that at all. Neither will Alex Huffman, Doug Neal, Robert Richards. We know Robbie Richards last season was definitely one of those drivers that came out of the middle of nowhere and just started, he got one of those wins. And then it was just like, it just snowballed after that. He started, getting really good finishes. So it's good to see that 12 machine back there out on the track after a really good season last season. Good to see Doug Neal also come back in that 77 Sim box, move his way up into the Xfinity Series. Don't have a lot of drivers here tonight, but maybe just that short track woes, not wanting to get invested in the short track. So it's good to see a lot of these drivers come back out here. We see Tony Iverson has moved his way all the way back to the back of the field. But right now, the pace car is going to be moving his way off of the track. Green flags out. The 3 of Jason Collins getting off to a good jump. Alex Huffman also getting off to a good jump. But let's see if Robbie Richards on that outside lane can work it up. See a lot of tire lockup going on, Josh. Whoa! Alex Huffman working the inside of Jason Collins. Jason Collins had a really big lockup just then.
Jason's going to get wide into the corner here on exit. Never mind.
Caution's out. Looks like it's the 4 of Kenny Yance. I want to say Tony Iverson might have been a cell spin there. We'll go back and see what happened to that 4 machine. Riding on board here with that 4 of Kenny Yance. See what happened. See, really coming off the corner, the suspension just, whoa, big check up there. That's what happened. Just missed his braking zone. You see the 72 of Tony Iverson just getting in there, tapping him a little bit. But that's what it was, just a missed braking zone. So luckily, Josh, all of our yellow flags here are sponsored by Blanchard's Towing. But luckily, we haven't had to bring out the tow trucks yet. They're sitting there waiting. We haven't had to bring them out just yet.
Yeah, not yet. They're getting there. They're hopefully. I mean, not hopefully, but maybe. Maybe they're getting there.
Yeah, as we want to say, we welcome everyone here tonight. I see John Bradley Pill saying, heck yeah, Bluegrass is back. We're definitely glad it's back as well. We see Crystal Bourgeois, who I saw, he said he had to work tonight, so that's why he's not here. He said, good luck, y'all. See y'all next week out on the track. Good to have you here, Le Bourgeois. David Solomon, thank you. Let's go. Have a great race. Let's do big things. 66, Corey Stahl, People's Champ. Good to have you, David Solomon, on that YouTube chat. So we've got a new season here, a lot of new drivers. This is going to be the interesting thing. Last season, we saw a lot of really good drivers get a really good setup here. So we'll see if some of these newer drivers has something to say, if they can take the sail out of Jason Collins, sail, take the wind out of his sail. Excuse me.
Yeah, a lot of new drivers, man. I'm excited to see everybody roll in here. We go to Talladega next week, but as we roll through to take the green flag, I'm excited to see how this season's going to unveil, man. We've got a lot of good talent out in the field, especially in these Xfinity cars. It seems like anybody can win any given week, so very excited to see this season in Xfinity. As well, sounds like we already got some bumping. Robert Richards giving a good old speed boost to the 77 to Doug Neal. As the 01 of Scott Fritz going to pull it down in front of him. You see the 86 right there and the 23 of Kyle Hess and Stephen Thomas both battling it out for that 6th and 7th position, as that 971 and Nate Mowers just still holding on back there. Hasn't really tried to make any moves. He said earlier the guy with the least amount of contact points is going to be the one who makes the or who wins the race, I should say. So trying to keep the incident points down, trying to keep the car clean, but it still seems like he is making some passes under the conditions of everybody else running their cars wide. He is just making that pace. So Nate Maurer just doing a good job hanging on right now, keeping the car clean, and could be rolling away with a checkered flag here later in the race. But right now it's all Jason Collins, Alex Huffman. These two drivers up here doing an excellent job, as you see the Bluegrass Kinder Performance Group number 3 of Jason Collins, and that Huffman Designs number 1 of Alex Huffman, as Doug Neal as well can't let him go. You know, he is a driver that is also doing well. That Simbox 77 machine coming off a Final Four visit last season in the trucks. didn't kind of get it, but he is a very dominant driver. We'll see Doug, I'm sure, do a very good job here this season in Xfinity as he's trying to let Scott Fritz by, but him and Scott having a good race as Robert Richards also wants to try to get his way through there. It looks like that 77 might try to shut the door on that 12 here as you see the 23.
Whoa,
And then
77
around by the 12.
Oh, a little bit of contact there for the 971, but yeah, we saw Doug Neal just probably got a little tunnel vision, was watching what was going on in his rear view, missed that braking zone, had to get on the brakes a little harder than he wanted to.
I think that might have been Robert Richards hitting him.
See if we can go back. I see Bryce Hunter over in the YouTube chat saying, let's go Mauer. Johnny Williams saying, let's go 66. Corey Stahl, good to have you over on the YouTube. Good to have you, Bryce. Man, good to have you back here, Bryce. Hopefully you'll be in the race next week. So go back on board here with that 12 of Robbie Richards. See what happens here. No, that was
the 77.
That was definitely Doug Neal, just getting a little bit ambitious there on the brakes. See, he washes wide going into 1 and 2 then, excuse me. Going into 3 and 4, he just gets on those brakes just a little too hard, and he sends the rear end around. You see Robbie Richards, ooh, he just squeaks by there ever so slightly. Right on board on that hood cam just to watch it from his point of view. You see, just has to get on that brake a little too hard, but was able to squeeze in there just ever so slightly. Man, good hands-on driving there from that 12 to just, have that heads up what was going on in front of him.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Doug Neal, man. You hate to see when you get on the brakes like that too much and it just snaps around on you. There's absolutely nothing you can do to control that. It just happens, and part of short track racing, definitely a part of this track. Is one thing that is going to happen here a lot. Just recover from it, man. We still got a long race ahead of us here. 120 laps. We're only at lap 35. So we'll see how he's going to bounce back. I have a good faith in Doug Neal this season. Not just this race, but in all season. As I feel like he's going to be one of those drivers that is going to show out this season. It is his debut season in the Xfinity cars. But while we've got a moment here to pack back up, we're going to take a moment to throw it to a Bluegrass loud pedal. So enjoy these sights and sounds from the beautiful LA Coliseum as we take you to a loud pedal. And we welcome you back here. Looks like we are back. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Oh,
looks like the 4 got wide, hit the wall. It shot him left, and then...
So we can go back and watch what happened. Yeah, it looks like the 4 just might have got a little bit on the brakes. Yeah, you see him washing wide there, gets into the wall. There's really not much you can do in that situation. Once you hit that wall, it snaps you over. The only thing you can do is kind of hold the brakes and hope you stop. I just got word that the 66 just had that paint job done, man. Y'all gonna have to take it back to the hauler and knock some of them dents out for next week. Is a good looking paint though on that 66 machine. I'm gonna always say any car with the number 66 is a good car, because that is the number that I run. I do love the number 66, but yeah, see right now, 66 currently sitting a lap off of pace. He will be the lucky dog once the caution does end. But just hope everybody is enjoying their Tuesday night. We've been here. I see Rylan Greer over in the Facebook chat saying, "Go fast, go turn left."
Goodness, Rylan, what's up, baby?
As we see, the 66 just going to fall back to the back of the field. But once he does, if we do have another caution, he should be that lucky dog. We see the pace lights are still on. This is the 5th caution here. We don't have a lot of cars here tonight. Like I said, maybe it's just the short track anticipation, you know.
I think it's just a Coliseum exhibition race, no points paid. Some people probably have other things they need to do, or if they need to get taken care of, they know they've got a points paying season coming up. Probably just, you know, either not able to make it or just don't really want to come out here and race at the Coliseum. We know how it is on the platform. Some people are just intimidated by it or just don't like it flat out. I mean, that's how it is. So we'll get back to green flag racing, though, and let the guys that wanted to come out and race it. So we like to see, man. We know we got some more drivers here lined up for the first part of the season in the Xfinity cars. That's what we're excited about, seeing those guys come out at Talladega. But, hey, the racers that came out tonight, we salute you. And the new guys, we welcome you guys on board here.
Yeah, I'm getting word that Johnny Williams said it was based off the old Stanley Tools car. So that's a good little bit of information to know. That 66 does have a good-looking paint scheme there. Now that you say it, I do recognize the paint scheme you're talking about. So that is definitely a sharp-looking race car, not going to lie. Well, big drive in there from the 23 around Nate Maurer. See if he makes it stick. It looks like that inside lane, just, you know, cutting it down, diamonding it, is really working. You slow down a lot into the corner and you exit out really fast. Looks like the 23 is starting to really find that pace. But, you know, like we were saying, all the drivers, you kind of see them running really wide. You know, like we were saying before, you know, you see these cars, you know, shifting their weights and everybody going around. Whoa, it looks like Robbie Richards going around. We'll see if Robert Richards can get it back under control. We know he's one of those drivers that, you know, it can get stuff done. But like Josh said, this is a track that, you know, especially for these Xfinity cars, high horsepower, low downforce, it's really hard to get them underneath you. And, you know, especially at a very short track, you know, you go to like a place like Richmond or, you know, Iowa, it's really hard to drive, you know, at a track like that. But, man, with the Xfinity cars, but, man, at a track like this, I can only imagine it's 3 times worse. As I'm getting word that Josh, looks like Robbie Richards around again, having a little bit of hiccups there, just slowing up is that 12 machine, but Alex Huffman about to put him a lap down. But we'll see Scott Fritz all over the back bumper, the 1 and the 01, trying to battle for that first position. So we'll see if they can get up there and mix it up. But like we were saying, that 23 of Stephen Thomas not letting it go. He is still trying to keep up with that 1 and that 01. And Nate Maurer, who's been one of those drivers that we say he just kind of chills in the back. And then whenever, you know, the next thing you know, he's up in front of you. Whoa, it looks like Doug Neal around.
Yeah, Doug Neal, the 77 Simbox machine, going to put it right back into the wall again. But going to recover, and I don't think anybody else is going to take much damage. Unfortunate for that 77 machine. We'll see what happened here in just a moment.
But as I was saying, Josh, that Bryce Hunter and Joey Doucette both said they'll be here next week. Joey said he was having some medical issues, so that's why he's not here tonight. So hope everything's going okay, Joey. But good to know both you boys are going to be back into the seats next week. That way we can watch y'all race at Talladega. Oh, it looks like 971 and Nate Maurer coming down pit lane. This is an interesting tactic. But I see Josh Ryland Grimm saying the DPR reporting for duty. He says, oh no, I'll have to save it for tomorrow night. And then LaBourgeois said, never tried it in the Xfinity car, but you like it in the next-gen car. Like I said, I tried this one in the next-gen car when we first bought them, but or when we first got the track, but it was very weird, and I don't know, like, I'm a big short track ringer. There you go, the 6'6" Corey Stahl getting that lap back, like I was saying. But, you know, like I was saying before, you know, it's just, I don't know, it was like a really weird, it's really weird. You got to get on the pedal a lot, like, you know, and like Jason said in the driver meeting before the race, you know, he said slower is faster, and that's the best way you can explain it. You know, going faster, slower through the corner, coming out faster. You know, slow entrance, faster exit. That's the best way this track seems to be.
Yeah, it definitely is way more difficult in these Xfinity cars, I think, than anything else. I drove, like I said, drove it earlier. I think the fastest lap I got down to was like a 13.94. And other than that, I was just like, I'm done with this. I can't take it anymore. It was difficult. I don't even want to know what it's like to try to go 120 around here with other cars. I was having trouble just keeping my own self in a rhythm, with 12 other cars around me. I understand why these guys are having trouble and why I feel like this track is one of those tracks on the platform that is very difficult to run with. You got, like, when you got abundance of single monitor guys, you know, VR guys and triple monitor guys. We are back to green flag, but this track's just so bunched up. You lose so much vision in your A pillars on single monitors that you really don't get to see as much as you think you want to. So it's a little bit of a difficult track, you know, for some of these guys, you know, like me with the single monitor, you know, with you know, a wide one screen. It can be a little bit harder, but it's still manageable, still drivable, and overall very difficult.
Yeah, you see the 77 of Doug Neal on his way back out on the track. It looks like he's going to go ahead and pull it back down pit lane, get out of everybody's way. But, whoa, look at this. Josh Stephen Thomas, that 23, like we were saying, he is, whoa, caution's back out. Looks like Robert Richards around. I know he's probably wanting to get out of here. He's like, man, I'm ready to go to Talladega next week.
For real.
Which that's going to be an interesting change of venue. You know, we always said the Jason was a masochist with the way he set up tracks, you know, and everything. And he's like, no, I really don't set it up that way. But I think in the back of his head, he always set it up to where, you know, where you'd have a short track and then, you know, like a track like Talladega, and then the next week you would have a track like Richmond where you're having, you know, where you don't have to worry about really driving. It's more of, you know, go fast. But, you know, then in a track like Richmond, you have to worry about, you know, tire management and all that. And that's what that's one of the things that's going to be interesting for next week. You know, we heard a lot of drivers saying that they were getting prepped for that Talladega race. So that's going to be something interesting to see, is that Talladega race. We know last year's Daytona race was very interesting in the Truck Series, very interesting in the Xfinity Series. So we'll see if it can live up to it like it was last season. We know we're going to have a lot more cars than we have out on track here. So that's something to look forward to as well. We've got 13 out on track right now, so, you know, we've already got 4 or 5 that we've said that are coming back for sure, so that's something to look forward to. We might have a 20-field Xfinity race next week, Josh.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a good little field for the Xfinity race as the pace lights are off. Lap number 69 here, we will be getting back to green flag racing in just a moment, but I think we're going to have a good field. I think we're going to have a good race, and I'm very excited to see how it's all going to go. See how everybody is going to manage. We know Talladega is one of those tracks that anyone can win. I'm very excited to see how all of our drivers are going to manage next week. But we've got a race here still in front of us as Alex Huffman and Scott Fritz going to pull it off a 4, green flag back out, and they're going to fire off. The 23 of Stephen Thomas has worked his way back up to the field. He's sitting in that 3rd position.
Yeah, like we said, Stephen Thomas, one of those new drivers we really don't know much about, but good looking out right now for that 23. Definitely seems like he's putting down some good pace out here on this short track. We know some drivers are short track ringers, some drivers aren't. But as we're saying that, here comes Nate Maurer getting around that 86 of Kyle Hess. But Tony Iverson, one of those drivers that was saying last night, he was driving, he was actually talking in the Facebook chat. he's out here putting it down in that 4th position. We see that that 12 of Robert Richards now back out on the track. Good to at least see him out here turning some laps, even though he's not having the best of luck tonight. Good to see that, though. But we're going to go back on board here with that one of Alex Huffman, Scott Fritz. Man, they are really trying to get it out there, but it looks like Mo Abbott went around just a little bit. He's getting slowed up. Not having the best night tonight, Mo Abbott. Unfortunate, but we know he's definitely one of those long track. What am I trying to say? Super speedway drivers. We're going to see some really good work out of him next week.
Yeah, my favorite long track driver is, I'm just kidding, is Alex Huffman here is going to pull it off of turn number 2. Still in the lead here at lap number 75. We're getting close to being done with this race here fairly shortly. If they keep it green, this race will be over in the next 10 minutes. But we'll just have to see how they manage, how they maintain. But Scott Fritz, man, he has been doing everything he can to stay with Alex Huffman, and if not, try to pass him. It is definitely difficult to pass here at LA Coliseum, but it's not difficult to force your driver in front of you into an error as long as you can just make some very big pressure. But that's the thing, Scott Fritz has really just been in this 4 to 5/10 range this whole time and really hasn't been able to strike, really peek his nose in there, make it too wide, or act like he's gonna, break on the outside. As you see Alex Huffman getting past Abbott there. Looks like we do have a caution back out here at lap 78. Not sure who it is. Oh, it looks like the 66 of Corey Stahl and that 86 of Kyle Hess.
Yeah, we saw a big shove there from Scott Fritz. Mo Abbott just a little slower on that outside. We're going to go back here and watch from that 86 Kyle Hess. We'll see, yeah, just getting on the brakes there. A little too hard, shifting that weight, and then just coming in. Oh, the 66. Nope, he wasn't in it. He just had to get slowed up. So good hands on driving there from the 66 just to get slowed up and, not get into the back end of that 86. But, something that I was going to talk about earlier, though, Josh, is, something to watch these cars, do is whenever they go to enter this corner, just watch how violent the shift is really, the shift of momentum. Like, watch here. You'll see, gets on the brake, he's on the gas, gets on the brakes. All the momentum gets shifted to the front. This basically, what it does is it unsettles the rear tires. They basically lose all of their grip. And it really looks like, that rear end gets unsettled. It gets around on him, and then the next thing you know, you're trying to keep it off the wall. But good hands on for that 86 to keep it off the wall and not get the rear end into it.
Yeah, when you unload that rear suspension, it just makes it loose. It brings that rear off the ground a little bit. You lose that downforce. You lose everything that is pushing that rear wheel into the ground. So it's not that you're necessarily losing grip. You're just losing all that mechanical grip. Then you're losing the tire grip as the car comes around with the momentum. So it's crazy how it all works, man. It's crazy to watch the suspension even in a simulator work like that. And iRacing does it very well. Might be having to make a pass-through penalty. We know.
See the 66.
17 incident limit. You have to come through pit road.
See if we can speed that ticker up there just a little bit. I just got word that it was a little slow. Whoa, the 72 getting off to a slow start. That's going to stack that outside lane up. You also see him getting a little on the gas there, a little too hard. So Tony Iverson stacking that outside lane. That's going to let the 4 there, Kenny Yachts, and the 971 get around. We see that 4 machine having a little bit of issues there early on, but it looks like he has got his way up here into that 3rd position, missing that front bumper, driving what Josh likes to call the modifieds out there tonight. But that number 4 Mustang is doing a good job out there on the track right now, as Tony Iverson did stack up that inside. But the 23, Stephen Thomas, now got around everybody. He's moved himself back up into that 4th position.
Yeah, Stephen Thomas worked his way up into 4th again. Scott Fritz, though, is now in the lead as it looks like Alex Huffman is sitting in 7th right now. Did he come down pit road? Yeah, he came down at lap 79. That makes sense. Here comes Jason Collins.
Yeah, so might be seeing a little bit of strategy here from everybody. Know that they do have a couple of sets of tires in that pit lane. And maybe that's what's going on. We did see Nate Maurer come down pit lane. Now he's all over the back bumper of that 01. You see there's the 66. Corey Stahl, he's about to go another lap down, having to get locked up. Maybe just trying to get out of the way. You know, most of these drivers, they do try to wave that virtual hand and let everybody by. But sometimes, you know, when you're in a pickle, it can be really hairy to get out of a situation. So it's good to see everybody just trying to get out of the way. But look at this, Stephen Thomas just starting to get a mad charge up there to that second position. And then, like we were saying, that for Kenny Yance, who's now falling back 2 seconds to that third position. Still doing a good job, though, hanging on to that fourth spot, not letting Tony Iverson get by him. Missing that front bumper, but hey, aerodynamics really don't matter at a track like this.
No, they do not. As you're seeing everybody get up into big traffic up here, Nate Maurer has worked his way back up into second right behind Scott Fritz. Whoa, Scott getting big loose off the corner. Nate getting big loose into the corner as he's going to gather back up. He's now right there on the back bumper of the 01, bringing Stephen Thompson in tow at lap number 92 of 180, coming to grab at lap number 93. Scott Fritz, still your leader.
You seeing 99.71 getting around. Nate Maurer going around. That's going to bring out the caution. He's going to try to let everybody get by him. Everybody looks like they are going to get around him.
Man, that was very uncharacteristic from Nate. I was expecting him, once he got the opportunity to get up there, that he was going to really try to get away with it. But it looks like it got out from under him, and the only thing getting away with it was that rear end right there.
Yeah, he was probably just looking. Yeah, it looks like he missed his braking zone by about a split second. Had to get on the brakes a little harder than he wanted to. Good eyes on for the 971 to move up. He saw the 48 there moving up behind him. Let him get around him. So, man, good hands-on from Nate Maurer, though. But like you said, Josh, very uncharacteristic for that 971. You normally don't see him make mistakes like that. That's very uncharacteristic. Gonna see if maybe he just was watching in front of him. Oh, you see, you get a little loose there, got into the wall. Okay, so that's what it was. He wasn't settled. He was not settled in at all. He had, he got loose coming out of the corner. He got into the wall, was trying to get it out of the wall, and then the next thing you know, you got to step on the brake. This track's only a quarter of a mile long, so it's no time to think, really. You know, they say Richmond has no time to think. Well, this track
genuinely don't have time to think.
You have no time to think at all.
Like, driving it earlier, I hopped in there and thought, man, I'm going to see why these guys are wrecking so much. I'm probably going to be way better than them, just ultimate Giga Chad gamer. No, that's not true. You hop in there, you sit down in the rig, and you realize, I see why nobody wants to race this track. I see why they wreck here a lot. This is hard. This is very difficult. Like I said, just being in there by myself made me realize why being in there with just more than 5 cars is difficult. It is difficult to get around this track.
Yeah, it's looking like a couple of drivers did come down pit lane. Stephen Thomas did come down pit lane. Kenny Yance actually stayed out, so that 4 is currently the only driver that has not come down pit lane that is on the track. Alex Upman did come down at lap 79, so not too long ago. Actually, I take that back. He came down a little bit ago. The drivers now, Scott Fritz, Kyle Hess, Nate Maurer, Tony Iverson, they all came down pit lane. So we're going to see a little bit of tire advantage now from these guys in the back. We'll see if anybody has anything to say. As we've got all these drivers lined up, we're going to go ahead and try to throw it to one more loud pedal. Get your get your sound systems turned up. Get those full screens on. We're going to take it to a Bluegrass loud pedal, and we'll be right back.
Welcome me back, as it looks like we were under caution, so we will see Stephen Thomas bring that car back to the back of the grid, as you'll see everybody else. We'll see what happened here. Yeah, he just asked that, where did you come from? So, yeah, he definitely didn't know he was there.
But we do welcome you back to the Bluegrass channel. We have been having a lot of fun waiting on this to get back. This is what we've been waiting for so long. Just wanted it to happen for so long that now that it's finally here, I can't tell you how excited I am to be here, to be able to call this series again. So like we said, we're still looking for drivers for this series, for the Bluegrass Xfinity series, still looking for drivers. So if you're interested in driving in it, please let Jason Collins on the Facebook, on the Facebook or the Discord channel know that you are interested in driving in it. But like I said, don't let any of this go and taint the Bluegrass name for you. Like this is just an exhibition race, just for fun. We're just here to have fun. You know, get used to being around everybody. Whoa, big send in there from the 4 Kenny Yacht. You see him move to the inside on the 86 of Kyle Hess. That was a big drive in there from the 4. That was good. He fitted in there like a glove. But look at this, Josh. Robert Richards now battling back with Scott Fritz. See if Scott Fritz can get back up here into the front. But whoa, big drive in there from the 01.
Yeah, big drive in there. He is going to get past, though, the 12 of Robert Richards, who's going to extend that braking a little bit. But out in the lead, it is Alex Huffman. As we've got a big race here for the second, third, and fourth position, as the 86 and the 4 both racing for that second position. Scott Fritz wants to get his way up in there and have something to say about it. Robert Richards as well as they are still leaning, but this is giving Alex Huffman all the time in the world to just pull away. Already a 2-second plus gap as well. The 4 going to run wide. From the 4. And here comes the 86 and the 01, 3 wide here in turn 3.
Woo! 3 wide there for a second. You see Scott Fritz not giving any room. He is wanting to try to get up here into this front position. He knows that he could win this race tonight. But right now, that 86 Kyle Hess not giving up any position, not trying to let any room. Whoa, big drive in there from the 86. He's going to be wide. That's going to open up the door. We've got caution out. Said it was Robert Richards, so we'll see if we can see what happened here. Caution, no, caution was already out. We'll see if we can see. Oh, it was the 72 of Tony Iverson. So pretty much just doing the same thing, getting on the brakes. A little too hard there, unsettling it, man. Just having to try to keep up into that, into that braking zone, but that was just, that didn't go the way he wanted it to. He got on the brake way too hard there. That's something you can do. You can hit those brakes really hard, and the next thing you know, the rear end just swings around on you. 48 of Mo Abbott going to get that lucky dog back. We've only got 8 laps here to the good, but like we were saying, you know, this race, not an official race, no points, no money, no nothing going out, or at least I don't think there's no money. But there's nothing as far as points or anything like that towards the end of the season going out here tonight. So this race is really just a, like we said, a race for fun. It's just more of a get out there and race around your friends and you know, or your fellow drivers. See if see how you drive. You might find you somebody that you want to work with, somebody that you like, somebody that, you know, hey, he didn't block me. I like how he drives. Let me go talk to him. That's something that this race is really shaping up to be. But a good jump there from that one of Alex Huffman. We'll see if that 01 has anything to say, but good lean in there for that 86, leading all over Scott Fritz.
And it'll be 5 laps to go this time by. If they keep it green, it'll be a fun little shootout here. Here comes the 86 of Hess. Scott Fritz is around. Caution's out.
Yeah, he was probably watching that inside lane. And then the next thing he knows, he was like, oh, I got a break.
It should take us to a green-white checkered if they don't extend or, like, shorten the caution.
See, a little bit of, whoa, is that a little bit of a bump there from the 86? Is that why the 01 retaliated?
Oh,
Let's see, going into the corner here. It looks like the 01 kind of swerved over into the 86, but maybe it was just a unsettle. I don't know. From my point of view, it looked like maybe the 86 got into the back bumper, but after going back and looking at it, that was not what happened. It looks like maybe the 01 just got a little loose coming out of the corner, and then he wasn't settled up while he was going down the straightaway, wasn't trying to lose all that track position, or didn't want to give up all that track position. Then just when he got on the brake there into the corner, just got out from under him. Look at this, Josh. Robert Richards now moved his way back up into that third spot. Newcomer Kenny Yance is in that fourth spot, in that fourth car. So we'll see if he has anything to say for these boys up here in that Sonco Ford Mustang. But we'll see if maybe, or Stephen Thomas behind him has anything to say. The 971 and Nate Maurer, he did come down pit lane at lap 94, so he does have a little bit fresher tires, but it just really all depends on who gets a good jump here at the end.
so it'll be a green, white, checkered finish to dictate who will be our winner here tonight. And I think it's going to be a good little finish here, as Alex Huffman, Kyle Hess will be your front row. It'll be fun to see who of these two drivers are going to get the better start. And then behind them, it'll be Robert Richards and Kenny Yance, as those two will file out. Row number 2, pace lights are out. We are going to go racing here, and I think we are going to get a finish here, as the pace car will turn off the track and the green flag will wave here, and there goes Alex Huffman in that one machine. Good fire off from that one.
Whoa, 971 around.
971 already around. What just happened?
See if they keep it green.
It is going to stay green, it looks like. White flag. This race is official.
971 was able to get out of the way. There comes the 01 of Scott Fritz, but Kyle Hess losing a lot of time. Looks like he got really loose coming out of the corner. Right now, the 01 and the 1 are going to be crossing the line, but there you go. Alex Huffman going to win the exhibition race. Kyle Hess, the newcomer, going to walk away with that second position.
Mo Abbott
walked his way back into the third position. Man, good drive there from Mo Abbott. If I was in that 48 machine, I'd be burning out right now myself. He said, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and cross finish line just in case. Alex Huffman going to be your winner here. Good to see the Bluegrass OGs coming out here, showing the boys they still know how to get it done. But like we were saying, Josh, the 86 of Kyle Hess showing good track position there. Good awareness, good getting around everybody. Good to see that the newcomers are really coming up here and showing some good stuff. Big burnout there.
Man, Alex Huffman's front left came off the ground. The car whipped around so hard on that initial donut. That was insane. But good win, hey, there from Alex Huffman. No, he's not going to be racing full-time in Xfinity, but hey, come out here, grab an expedition win. English is hard, man. Congratulations to Alex Huffman, man, and a fun little race there tonight from our Xfinity cars. As you see your post-race results on the screen, Alex Huffman, as he's drifting in the background, going to take home P1. Kyle Hess, we'll have a word from him in a moment, going to take home P2, with Mo Abbott in that P3 position. Nate Maurer going to come home P4, with Robert Richards in P5. P6 going to go to Stephen Thomas, with Scott Fritz P7. Kenny Yance P8, with a P... Wait, is your results wrong?
Yeah, mine says Alex Huffman, Kyle Hess, Robert Richards, Stephen Thomas, Kenny Yance, Tony Iverson, Mo Abbott, Nate Maurer. Yeah, it's all out of sorts for me.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Do apologize about that.
Wait, hold on.
Because I do see Robert Richards join the staging area, so that would make sense.
But it says Mo Abbott's third place for me.
Yeah, that's what it's saying for me, but hold on. Okay, in the actual results in iRacing, I'm getting Alex, Kyle, and Robert. I'm not getting Mo until 6th place. So yeah, I think SDK is just a
Okay,
little
yeah.
bugged here. Do
So
apologize about
SDK,
that. So yeah, it'll be
SDK,
Alex, Kyle, Hess, Robert Richards, Steven Yantz, Kenny Yantz, or
Stephen.
Stephen Thomas, Kenny Yantz, Tony Iverson, Mo Abbott, Nathan Maurer, Scott Fritz, Corey Stahl, Doug Nill, Jason Collins, Zach Nichols, and that will be your field right there. That was your results. So
Yeah,
1, 2, and 3 is Alex, Kyle, and Robert. Yeah, I apologize about that. Never had SDK do that. Wonder if it's from all the heat racing and stuff. We know
It might
sometimes it
be
can
from
bug
the
out.
heat racing and everything. Yeah, it might just be bugged out. But we'll go ahead and get a word from all of our drivers here in just 1 second.
But an absolute fun race here tonight into the Xfinity cars. As it looks like we do have Alex Huffman ready. Going to go ahead and have a word with him. Huffy, Chris and Josh up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got y'all.
Man. Good to have you back up here in the booth, Huffy. We know you're not going to be in the Xfinity cars full time, but coming out here in this exhibition race tonight, man, you did an excellent job. Came from 13th position in your randomized grid slot, and you were able to pretty much control this middle half of the race on forward. Alex, that one machine looked pretty controlled. Take the fans here through what it's like driving the Xfinity cars on this track, because I know it is not easy.
A handful, yeah. I mean, you literally have to baby the throttle. You got to wait for the front end to settle in the corner, or else you're going to wheel hop in. Try not to have too much wheel on exit where you're carrying the left front. That upsets your balance on exit. It's a mess, but it's fun.
Yes, it is a difficult mess for sure. But hey, Alex, you did an excellent job here tonight, man. Difficulty or not, that one machine looked very control. And I got to say, it's good to see you back here in Victory Lane. And hey, we know you guys are going to be racing here at some point. But Alex, I got to say, this has got to be a big momentum grabber here to come into the Coliseum, start 13th, and work your way through the field and pick up the win here tonight.
Yeah, it is. I'm hoping some things work out with work now and I can return, but I'm just trying my best running these races with Jason to help get some names and publicity out there, and because the Xfinity series needs some people. And I mean, I think he said we got about 30 cars, but we could use quite a bit more. And I mean, all the series are great. Xfinity cars are my favorite because I just love how ragtag loose they are, and I just had to join in on the fun tonight for sure.
Well, hey, join in on the fun, pick up a dub. It's what Huffy does, man. But Alex, again, congratulations on the win here tonight, man. Hey, if you've got any final words, thoughts, or anything before we let you go here tonight, you're more than welcome to throw them out there, and we'll let you get on your way, buddy.
I got to thank y'all for coming along broadcasting this series again and this league again this season. Got to thank Deb at Old School Diecast, John Kinder Performance Group. They're doing some work right now in them champ cars. They are fast, and Jason for putting this league on. Let me run for fun tonight with them, and heck, I don't know. Justin, he's probably maybe watching. I don't know. Ain't no telling with him nowadays, but I don't know.
Heck yeah, man. Well, Alex, we very much appreciate you taking a little bit of your time, man, to come up here and sit in the booth with us. We're excited to see you here in Victory Lane, one of the OGs. Hopefully we'll be able to see you back on the track some point this season. And hey, congratulations here tonight, man, and enjoy the rest of your week, buddy.
I'm gonna try. Hopefully I might join you on the booth a bit this season if I can make it.
Heck yeah, well, more than welcome. You know it.
Woohoo!
All right, Huffy. Well, man, have a great night, buddy. And hey, hopefully either we'll be seeing you on the track or the fans will be hearing you up here in the booth here soon.
Yeah, hope so.
Thank you, man. Well, you have a good night, buddy.
You too.
And that was Alex Tuffman. Going to go ahead and bring up second place, Kyle Hess. Kyle Hess, Chris, and Josh up here in the Bluegrass booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
I do. Do you got me?
Yes, sir, we do. Well, man, I got to say, a big debut here in the exhibition race, coming home with that second place finish. The 86 machine looked pretty solid tonight, but we saw a lot of cautions with everybody here tonight, but able to work your way back through the mess, come back up, and finish where you started in this exhibition race in that second position. How does it feel coming out here tonight, picking up second, and what kind of momentum is that going to help you carry on now into the regular season?
But I hope it gives me a lot of momentum going into the season because this will be my first season running with Bluegrass. For the race, this was my first ever race at this track in the Xfinity cars. So I came into this just I didn't even know that we had inverted from the heat race. I didn't really want to be up front because at the front I didn't really feel comfortable. But after the time and laps coming through, I started feeling a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, I spun once, brakes locked up, and back end just got out under me, and I went around. But overall, I was happy with it, and I'm just really looking forward to the season and running some Xfinity cars.
Heck yeah, man. Well, we're very excited to see the new names up here in the season, or in the series this season, I should say, Kyle. And man, we're looking forward to you. We saw that awesome drive you had here tonight. Very excited to see you guys get to Talladega next week. Going into that momentum change a little bit, take us through how you're going to take those high banks. Do you think that's a track you're going to have some success at next week?
But I've had a bunch of success at Talladega throughout my years on iRacing. It's one of my better tracks. I like plate racing. The key of it is just survival. You got to make it through the wrecks, and you got to be there at the end. And you know, as long as you're there at the end and to try to go for the finish, the win, whatever you're fighting for. So, it just Talladega is such a it's like going and playing roulette.
Yeah.
It's just one of them deals, boss.
Oh yeah, big old gamble, we know. Well, Kyle, it sounds like you're bringing a lot of experience into the race car this season, man. We're excited to see the rookie season unfold from you here in Bluegrass. Very excited to have all the new names, man. You're no less, in that exception. And hey, buddy, if you've got any final words, thoughts, anything you want to throw out before we let you get out of here in the Bluegrass tonight, buddy, you can go ahead and throw them out there. And again, congratulations on that podium here tonight in the exhibition race.
Man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to Mission One Esports, team I've been running on for a while. We decided to come over and give some Xfinity cars a run, and without the guys and their support, they've helped me get to where I've gotten right now. So thanks to Brady and Robbie and all them guys. Steven Thomas, he's helped me. We've raced together for about the past year or so. So we got some good experience. We got some good guys in here. I'm ready to see what we got for this league.
Yeah, man. Well, we're excited as well for you guys. Excited to see that 86 machine next week. But Kyle, again, congratulations, buddy. See you next week at Talladega, and enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you, guys, and thank you for putting all this on, and Bluegrass for everything.
Heck yeah, man. We appreciate it. We'll enjoy your night, buddy, and we'll be seeing you at Dega.
All right. See y'all later.
And that was Kyle Hess. Going to go ahead and bring up our third and final interview, Robert Richards, and have a word with a Bluegrass OG. Robert Richards, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Man, it is good to have you back up here in the booth. Robert, got to say, it feels like we were gone for 2 years, even though we were only gone for what? I don't even think it was 2 months. But hey, it's good to be back up here, man. Good to see you back here tonight. Third place here at the Coliseum. Got to say, it was a little hectic there at the start, but it seemed like you guys were starting to get it under control there towards the end. But we know how this track can be definitely a difficult track. But Robert, take us through it tonight, man. You were able to come all the way from that I want to say you were qualified 9th tonight, correct? But you came up and finished in that 3rd position. So some good positions made here tonight, and you came home with a podium tonight here in the exhibition. Tell us how that's going to take some momentum with you into the rest of the season, and how are you looking for toward this regular season here?
Yeah, man, I just hope to kick it off kind of where we left off of last season. These short tracks, I love short track racing, man. I know this by far was not a clean race for me. I made quite a few mistakes. But anyway, nonetheless, we got a podium finish out of it, and we look forward to taking that to Talladega. And although I'm not a very big fan of plate racing, we'll see if we can, get through it and keep on trucking with it and carry it on. Just hope to look forward to running with all the new guys coming in and some of the guys that I've been running with for a while. We've managed to get them in here while we're running on the team. So looking forward to all that. I think we got about 30 cars coming up, so it's gonna be a pretty stacked field. And Bluegrass, it never disappoints by any means. So on top of that, you put the Xfinity cars in it, and I don't care what anybody says, man. The Xfinity cars are a ton of fun to run, and I can't wait.
Oh, I 100% agree with you, Robert. Xfinity cars are the best cars on the platform. I don't care what anybody says. You got Xfinity cars, you got 87 cars, and then maybe you can have a debate between next gen and truck, but I would have to say truck. That's just how it goes. But hey, we're gonna enough to get to that debate right there. But you got a little strong point on me. But hey, Robert, I gotta say, man, excellent job tonight, man. Third place, like you said, the short track running is where you come. We're very excited to see what you got, to do at Talladega. We talked to everybody. You're saying that maybe not as comfortable there, but hey, I got to say, as long as you can survive, man, anybody can win at Talladega. It's a beautiful place. We love Talladega, Alabama up here in the booth. And I'm very excited to see what you got, not only at Dega, but for the rest of the season, Robert. We know you were one of those guys that was contending a lot last season. You've was one of our most improved drivers, I would say, in the field overall through all the drivers last season. You showed a lot of good speed, and we're very excited to see possibly another Final Four run here. And hey, Robert, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, anything you want to let go before we let you get out of here tonight, buddy, you can throw them out there, and we'll let that 12 machine get on the way and get readied up for Talladega next week.
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you guys in the booth, Jason. Thank him for putting his own butt kicker, coming back on board. I want to thank the guys that I've been running with for I don't know quite some time now between different leagues. Brady, Kyle, Steven. There's a few others in here that'll be racing with us that didn't make it tonight. All the guys here at Mission One. We're gonna come in it and try to make a strong season out of it. And, give it hell. Hopefully we can push it to the end and get it all. Well, at least 4 guys in there.
Hey, that would be one big old team celebration if you could get all the boys in there now, wouldn't it? But hey, Robert,
yeah,
I gotta
for
say,
sure.
the Mission One guys are looking good, man. You got a second and third place here tonight, and we're looking forward to you guys at Talladega next week. Again, congratulations, Robert, and hopefully we'll be seeing you here up in the booth a lot more in the near future, buddy.
Hope so. Yeah, I always can't count out Jason either. He's always somewhere lurking around.
Oh yeah,
So,
you know it.
he's gonna be tough again, like always. But looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, we'll be seeing you soon here, Robert. Congratulations on that podium tonight, third place, buddy, and we'll be seeing you next week. Enjoy the rest of your week off, man. And hey, we'll be seeing you back out on the track at Talladega Tuesday, man.
Thank you guys. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you. You too as well, buddy. And that was Robert Richards, an OG up here, man. We've seen that man go from the truck series back when he was driving the old 48 Clemson Tigers truck, and I remember everybody was always giving him the beans every race. They would always tell him, Robert, you got to stop coming up here. You got to stop hitting me there. And for a couple of races, Robert was a little bit of a caution freak, man. He was having his issues, but over these last 2 years, man, Robert Richards, I say 2 years, it feels like it really has almost been 2 years, but over these last 2 seasons, I guess you could say, of me and Chris Collin, we've watched Robert Richards develop as probably one of the most explosive drivers in the field, man. Week in and week out, he is always deadly. He got the the little bit of the driving up on people, or the thinking he was clear and coming up a little bit, just got all that under control. And that shows you just keep your head down. Anybody can be a dominant driver. Robert Richards, another one of those drivers that we are very well looking forward to in the Xfinity car this season. But enough of tooting our drivers' horns. I love talking about them all. I could sit here and talk about everybody in the field for the next hour and a half and give you every reason why I love them. But hey, we're going to go ahead and cut it short there, because we don't want to cut too much of excitement out of there, because we are going to be at Talladega next week for the Xfinity cars. But we still have one more night here in LA at the Coliseum. We will be here for the debut of the next generation cars. I am so darn excited to see the Bluegrass next gen racing. I've seen how well that package has developed the racing in real life. I know how well it's seen or been on iRacing. I've seen it in other leagues. I know that iRacing is going to put together an awesome show with those next gen cars. So make sure to come in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. same time. It'll be me and Chris up here in the booth. And speaking of Chris, do you have any final words, or you ready to get out of here?
Yeah, just a big shout out to everybody that's out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube, everybody that's been coming out and showing a lot of support for the Xfinity series. I see Johnny Williams saying, "Awesome broadcast, guys." Really do appreciate it, Johnny. We this is what we do. We do it for you guys. So big shout out to everybody that came out to watch it. Big shout out to Butt Kicker for coming on again this season. KPG Huffman Designs, as you saw Alex Huffman win the race tonight. Blanchard's Towing, and then Roasted Gems Coffee for coming on this season and really helping us get this series going again. This is going to be a lot of fun. Going to be an awesome truck, Xfinity, and Cup series. But like again, just big shout out to Jason for putting the series on. Big shout out to everybody in the background that puts it together. Can't wait for that race tomorrow night.
And we are also very excited to see you guys out tomorrow night. Well, I'm going to have to say this is going to be me and Chris signing off for the final time tonight. Very excited to do work here again tomorrow night. And that's what I was going to say. I had it in my head to say it, and I forgot to say it. I was going to say our job here is done in the booth. We do all this work for you guys. We enjoy everything the fans do back for us when it comes to watching, but help us out a little bit by hitting that like button and sharing us out. If you know any racing fans, let them know about Bluegrass. We know a lot of these sim racing sim racing communities, these esports communities are starting to come up. We know a lot of guys are getting into watching this racing. And hey, if you've got any fans or any friends that want to watch this kind of series, let them know about me and Chris over here in the Bluegrass booth, and you come and tell them to come watch Bluegrass, because not only are they going to get to see awesome racing, they're going to get to see an awesome product in the in the broadcast booth. We're going to put on a hell of a show for you guys and keep you informed on what's going on the track and in the series at all times. So make sure to hit us up here on YouTube, share out everything on Facebook, like us. If you're on that YouTube, hit the notification bell, subscribe so you know when we go live as well. And hey, we're going to say a big thank you once again to all the fans over there on Facebook and YouTube. This is going to be Chris and Josh signing off here tonight. We will see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. here at the Coliseum for the Next Gen Cup Cars.